Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. My name's Celina and I film semi-infrequent beauty / travel videos. And today my empties bin, where I keep all my empties products, is full. So every time it's full, that's when I know it's time to film an empties video. I'm gonna get right into it. All the products are gonna be listed down below, but for now I'm gonna try and zip through these as fast as possible. So in no particular order, I'm just working from the top down to the bottom. First is this Drunk Elephant Bee Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum. It is basically a hydration serum, as the name suggests. If I had not discovered other products, I would buy this again because I really do love it. This is probably like my 4th bottle. I think I might have one more that I'm working through now, but probably gonna be my last because there's just so many other more affordable products that I think maybe do a better job. I don't know. I think it's pretty good, but it's also quite standard. Next is the Medicube PDRN Pink Hyaluronic, I'll get the right, Hyaluronic Moisturizing Cream. Really love this. It's a very lightweight moisturizer. So I guess if you have very dry skin, you might find it a little bit on the lightweight side, but might be good for combination skin. Yeah, really enjoyed this. I used it as a daytime moisturizer. I would buy this again. So this is a toner from Celina. It's from their soybean line. I probably won't buy this again. It was nice, but I didn't feel like it really did anything. I like toners that are a little bit more moisturizing, and this was just basically a very standard toner. This is Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. I actually really did enjoy this, but the only reason I'm not buying it again is just because there are other toners that I like a little better, that I find a little bit more hydrating. But I like the fact that this was brightening. Did I notice a brightening effect? Not really, but maybe it'll work for others, and the brand is pretty affordable. Next is the Quarterly Vino Perfect. Now, I bought this because so many of the UK beauty bloggers, vloggers, whatever, rave about this, and I didn't like it, so I would not purchase this again. It's supposed to be a brightening product. I didn't really notice it working, but I think the main reason I didn't like this is because the Quarterly range in general has a pretty strong fragrance, and this was a pretty, like, I could still smell it on my skin even after I had applied it and I was in bed and I could still smell it. I'm not a big fan of strong fragrances in general for skincare. I prefer things that are a bit more neutral. So yeah, that's the big reason I'm not going to buy it. Maybe if you try a few bottles it might work. I do find that for some skincare products, I have to go through like 2 to 3 bottles to see any sort of real change. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah, not a fan. We've got another Quarterly product here. It is the Reservator Lift Firming Eye Gel Cream. Probably wouldn't buy it again. Didn't really notice anything, and I have other eye creams that I prefer. Alright, so I'm going to throw myself under the bus. This is the Macadamia Natural Oil Deep Repair Mask. This is, I've had this for 10 years. Okay, so I know that sounds terrible, but the reason I have this, and you're going to probably see another one because I'm working through a second tub, is that I got this in PR way back in the day when I was a blogger. In fact, I still keep a lot of products that I got during that phase, and I know that people are like, oh, you should throw things out every 2-3 years. I don't really follow that, and that's just a me thing. I don't recommend it for everyone, but I just go by the like smell, texture, and if the product looks okay and I don't feel like it's like gone bad, then I'll just keep using it. And it steered me okay so far. I finished this entire hair mask package and my hair's fine. It was very soft and silky. I had no issue with it, so I'm going to do the same. For me, hair masks are a little bit like conditioners. They essentially are like thicker conditioners for me, so I treat them like a conditioner. I might try to leave it on a little bit, like I might put it on and then like wash my face in the shower and then wash it off. So it's not like I'm leaving it for 5-10 minutes, but generally it's a pretty good hair mask. I haven't tried many hair masks, but I feel like I probably would find better ones. There's something about this consistency is like, I don't know, it's like, it's almost like gloopy, if that makes sense, like kind of a thick gloopiness. And I know that's not because I've kept it for so long, because I tried it when I first got it and it had the same consistency. It's part of the reason it took me so long to get around to it, because I didn't quite love the consistency. But I'm all for working through everything I have, and that's the reason I am now finally getting around to using these up. So yeah, I wouldn't personally purchase them myself. So this is like an empty tub with no name, but this actually used to be the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. The name will be somewhere, but it's just their standard moisturizer, which I love. I love their moisturizer. I will repurchase this forever and ever. I always like to have a tub of this somewhere because I find that on days when my skin is generally okay, doesn't need a lot of hydration, and is not feeling too oily, then I generally love using this. It's like it's good nighttime moisturizer or daytime moisturizer, but it's not so thick that my skin just feels like really bogged down. So I do love it for that, and I would keep purchasing it. These are some under eye masks, which I think I have like 5 or 6 of these packs. I really love them. They're very, very lightweight, thin fabric, almost consistency cotton maybe, that you just place under your eyes. I leave them on for about 5 minutes. They say you can leave them for 10 minutes. I find that if I leave them for any longer, they do dry out, so it feels a bit weird. But honestly, right after using this, I do feel like the fine lines under my eyes soften. And I know it's not a permanent fix, and it's just so long as my skin feels hydrated, but I'm okay with that. So I do use these quite religiously. I prefer to use them in the morning just before I put down makeup. But sometimes I'll use them at night, and I'll just lie in bed for 5 minutes and then take them off and then go to bed. But I do really love it. I just feel like my under eyes are really hydrated. So this is just the container because this is more of a refill, and I'm keeping the bigger container. But these are the Mediheal Collagen Ampoule Pads. They're probably my favorite from the Mediheal line. I still want to try a couple more from that line, but the collagen version is my favorite. However, I've got one more refill to work through, and then I'm not sure I'll repurchase them anymore because I've tried the BioDance collagen ones, and I actually prefer those. They just feel a little bit more hydrating to me. Here it is, Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. So I actually went through one of these as well. So I tend to now buy the pouches, and then I just refill a little dispenser that I have. So this is my first pouch, and I've been through a few of those tubs already, and I'm working my second one. So yeah, I love this. I can't recommend this moisturizer enough. It's just a good all-purpose general moisturizer. This is the La Mer, the treatment lotion. This is probably one of my favorite moisturizing, not toners, I'd say lotions, but I use it in place of toner. So after I cleanse my skin at night, I generally like to use this, especially if my skin is feeling particularly parched. I find it very moisturizing. Unfortunately, La Mer is very expensive. So after I finished this, I did buy one, but I use it very sparingly, just on the days where my skin does feel very dry. I mean, I know it says you should only keep this for what, 24 months? I mean, that's a pretty long time, 2 years, but I probably kept mine for 4 to 5 years, and it was fine. My skin didn't have any bad reactions to it, so I really love it for that. I haven't really found another lotion of this sort of consistency that has that moisturizing, so yeah, I probably would keep purchasing this. This is the Torridon Dive-In Serum. It's just a hydrating serum. The consistency is blue. I really enjoyed using this. Out of all the like hydrating serums, this is probably one of my favorite, and it's very affordable as well. So I will continue purchasing it. I'm not currently, I think I have a bottle that I'm about to open, but I have a few other hydrating serums I want to finish up first that I probably won't repurchase, and then I'll probably just stick to this for a while. This is the Anua Niacinamide 10% and TXA 4%. It's like a brightening serum. Now, this is, I think this might be the second bottle that I'm showing you now. So I went through 2 of these. I like it. I don't know if I can say I definitively see a difference in my skin after I use it, but I really enjoy using it. It's just a really beautiful consistency. It feels great in the skin, makes me feel good. I feel like I might need to go through a few more to really know, but also sometimes I wonder whether I've kind of hit the limit as to how bright my skin can actually be, and these products are more just helping maintain what I have as opposed to make it worse. So I've stopped using it now just to give my skin a break to try some other stuff. I'm trying the Glow Recipe Niacinamide serum, which is okay. So I probably, when I finish that, I'll probably go back to this again. This is the Glow Recipe Papaya Sorbet Cleansing Balm. I love this. It's so nice. I think I just love the smell of it. It just has a very beautiful fruity smell. It doesn't sting my eyes. It's great. I would definitely repurchase this again. These are the Rosé TI gel patches. So they're just like these they're just like hydrogel patches that you wear under the eyes. I really like this for in the morning, especially when I'm really tired. It's got a nice cooling effect, so it just kind of wakens my eyes. It feels really nice. Not sure I will purchase it again, only because I didn't really notice anything great about it, and there's so many options in the market that I'm just kind of like I'm just keen to try lots of different ones. So because there's nothing that stands out about it, I probably won't purchase it again. This is the Medicube PDRM Pink Peptide Serum. This is one of the serums I used in the morning. So I use 2 serums in the morning pretty religiously. A vitamin C and then hydrating or peptide or whatever else I need. And I really did like this. It felt really great on the skin. And will I purchase it? Yes, because I've already repurchased it. This is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion Plus. Probably my 6th or 7th bottle. I will always repurchase this. It's one of my favorite daytime moisturizers. It just goes on really well. It's just very hydrating. Definitely one of my favorites. And in comparison to some of my other favorites, weirdly enough, one of the more affordable ones. This is the Naturium Vitamin C Complex Serum. Now, this is like the jumbo size. I finished like this, the more regular size, and because I liked it, I went to this. The thing about this is that I love it. It's one of the more hydrating vitamin C serums, because some of the other ones I use just feel almost like they sting the skin a little bit. This one is just so gentle, and that is probably the problem, because whilst I loved using them, I didn't really notice any changes to my skin. It almost felt just like it wasn't doing anything except just hydrating the skin. So I guess if you have really sensitive skin and you want to give vitamin C a shot, I would definitely recommend this brand. This formula is so good. But I think my skin has like a higher tolerance now, and so I need to try something else. So I'm working through, I've forgotten the name of it. You'll see it probably in the next empties because I'm almost done. But I'm going to move on to Timeless. Yeah, that's like a really popular one. So I'm just going to try that and see if I see any difference. You can see I cut open a lot of these tubes. That's why they all look bent up, because I want to like scrape out all the product. This is from the Sana brand, the Q10 line. It's just a Japanese Japanese cleanser. So if you are familiar with Japanese skincare, you'll see that in a lot of the pharmacies, they have, in a lot of the shops, Sana brand has like a huge line. There's the soybean line, which is all white. There's like the more like anti-aging line, which is the yellow one. And I think the pink one might be for sensitive skin. I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on that. But I do really love their cleansers. They're very affordable line, like budget-friendly, affordable. And it's and it's kind of a very like thick cleanser that foams up really nicely. So they're definitely one of my favorite cleansers. I would definitely keep purchasing them if they were very easily accessible, which they might be now. I think most of them are at Daiso. But I also, like, there's just so many cleansers in the market that I really want to try. So I'm probably going to take a break from these for a while and then move on to a few others that I want to see how they perform. This is the Medicube Reviving Peptide Eye Cream. I love this so much as a nighttime eye cream. I felt it was very moisturizing. And because it's such a big tube, it took me so long to finish. But I finally did finish it. I think, honestly, I will come back to this at some point. Not anytime soon, because I just have so many others I want to try. But this is definitely one of the top eye creams I've tried. Got quite a few of these. These are the Clean It Zero cleansing balms. They're very popular. And these are like 4 travel size, because I buy all these travel size versions when I travel, and they last for maybe like 3 applications and then I'm done. So I don't know if this really counts, but I have like a little collection of them. I thought I would just show them. I really love this cleansing balm from the Clean It Zero line. So it's definitely one of my favorites. It's very gentle on the skin, not stinging at all. It removes my makeup beautifully, just melts it right off. So it's definitely one of my favorites. In the cleansing balm world, there are actually a few that I really love. So I struggle to say I would definitely repurchase it again. I probably will. They'll always just kind of be in the cycle. Travel size Drunk Elephant La La Roche whipped cream. Again, one of my favorite moisturizers. I used to be a huge Drunk Elephant girl. Like almost every skincare product I had was from the Drunk Elephant line. And then I just started discovering new skincare products, and I realized that not everything from Drunk Elephant was perfection. But there are definitely a few items in there that, even though I don't personally use Drunk Elephant as much anymore, I probably would still purchase. And the La La Retro Moisturizing Cream is probably one that I would always keep on hand. I just love the thickness of the moisturizer. It's thicker than the Kiehl's moisturizer, but it's not quite as thick as the Medicube Capsule Cream Moisturizer, which is what I'm using right now. That one is like super thick, really good for dry skin. This is kind of like a middle ground. Maybe when you're feeling a little dehydrated, that is really good. I love this, the Ole Hendrickson Truth Banana Bright Eye Cream. My favorite under eye cream for during the day because it has a little bit of an orange tint to it, and I swear I notice a little bit of brightening every time I use it. So on the days where I don't wear makeup especially, it stands out to me and it just kind of gives my eyes a little bit of a brightening lift because of the pigment in here. It's just the most subtle pigmentation, by the way. So I think a lot of people may not even notice it, but for me, I notice it on myself. So I would definitely keep repurchasing this. I do have, again, a couple eye creams I want to finish up, but once I do, I'm definitely going to come back to this one. Sunscreens. Oh, I think I've lost the lid for this one. But this is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios Ultra. I love the La Roche-Posay sunscreen line in general. This one is probably my favorite. There's a more liquid version that you'll see. I've got an empties for it coming soon. But this one is probably my hands down favorite. It's, I think, the third tube that I've been through. And it's just like a good general all-purpose sunscreen. Sits good under makeup, applies really well, feels comfortable on the skin. And if you paid attention to the Choice review from Australia that reviewed all the sunscreen, and then Ultraviolet was like, it's a whole drama about Ultraviolet claiming they have SPF 50, but it actually only scored 40. The La Roche-Posay sunscreens actually performed what they said they would or better. So I am convinced that I am just going to continue using La Roche-Posay. I am going to use other sunscreens like CanMake here. I've just finished a tube of this, the CanMade Mermaid Skin Gel UV. I love the consistency and the feel of the CanMade sunscreen, so I'll keep using those, but I think I'll always have a La Roche-Posay sunscreen in my collection. Okay, so those were all the skincare and hair care products, but I have a couple makeup products I wanted to show you guys, which is pretty rare. So this looks terrible. This is a bit of a cheat as well. This is the NARS loose, I don't know the name. It's just loose powder, like a lot of loose powder. It's in the color Flesh. And I technically haven't finished this. I've just decanted it into a smaller container because I was using it quite a bit. I didn't have a lot left, so I decanted it into this just because it will take up less space in my makeup drawer, but also the packaging is just like, some of the NARS packaging, that sort of rubbery consistency, I hate when brands use it because I have found that if you keep this for a long time, and this is very old, it gets sticky. Like they all get sticky. It's like they all melt down or something. And so it starts just picking up a lot of dust and bleh. So I wish they would stop using it. I wish they would just use like straight plastic or metal or something, but there's some reason they continue using it, and yeah, I don't like it. Would I ever repurchase the NARS loose powder? I don't actually think they sell those anymore, so I can't repurchase it. This is another one that's kind of gross. This is the Australis eyebrow like gel cream. I've used up as much as I can and probably won't repurchase this again because I have found some that are much better. The NYX, I think it's the NYX Glue Brow Gel, that's so much better. It just does the job. This is nice, but it doesn't really do anything, so I would not repurchase it again. A foundation. Who knew I could finish a foundation? It took me forever. This is the ColourPop Stick Foundation. You can see I have like even, I don't know if you can see, even gone and scooped it all out. I really love this foundation. I used it like consistently when I first got it, and then I used it sparingly because they discontinued this is the No Filter Sticks foundation. They discontinued the stick foundation for a few years. So I was really sad about it because it was definitely one of the favorites, but they've only just so recently introduced a new stick foundation, which I haven't actually tried yet. I'm very keen to try it to see if it's like this at all. But yeah, this was my favorite, one of my favorite stick foundations, and if the new one is anything like this, then I will definitely repurchase. And then the last one is another cheat product because I actually haven't finished it, though I'm very close to finishing it. You can see I was almost there, but the reason I wanted to stop using this one is just because it has gone bad. Like it doesn't smell very good. This is the Dior Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm. This used to be a light pink, and you can see now the color has changed to white. So that's the reason why I'm saying that I don't really follow expiration dates. I go by like texture, color, smells, all that sort of stuff. And because the color has changed, I just don't think it's safe to use anymore. So I'm decluttering it, getting rid of it. It's just not worth keeping, but I was very close to finishing it because I really do love their lip balms. They have a bit of a minty smell to them, and so it feels very like refreshing. Very moisturizing, doesn't tingle on my lips, but it just feels lovely on the lips. So yeah, that is everything for my empties for this last few months. I hope you found this informative. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, internet.